Students, today topic is rational numbers. Now we are going to see the match the following first. So the first one is 5 by 6 plus minus 1 plus minus 3 by 4, that is equal to 5 by 6 plus minus 1 plus minus 3 by 4. It looks like the associative property, so I choose the associative property of addition. The next one, the minus 1 by 3 is common for this statement, so we are taking minus 1 by 3 from this. So minus 1 by 3 multiply with the sum of two rational numbers, so it looks like a distributive property of multiplication over addition. So the next one is minus 4 by 9 into 9 by minus 4, that is equal to 9 by minus 4 into minus 4 by 9, that is equal to plus 1. So it is the multiplicative identity. When do you get the multiplicative identity? In multiplicative inverse. That's why I choose the multiplicative inverse property. So here 1 by 0, there is no number, that's why we match them. The number does not exist. The fifth one is 22 by 7. It looks like a rational numbers. So I will match it here. The first one answer is associative property of addition, because we are having three rational numbers in this case. The next one, we having our common number and the sum of two rational numbers. From this we can identify it is the distributive property of multiplication over addition. Here we are having the answer is multiplicative identity. So from this we can say that this is the multiplicative inverse property. So the fourth one, the 1 by 0 is there is no such number, that's why I choose does not exist. So 22 by 7 is P by Q form, so it is their rational numbers. So the next one is, which of the following properties hold for subtraction of rational numbers? Why? The closure, commutative, associative, identity and inverse. Students, we had seen this tabular column. The closure property is satisfied addition, subtraction, multiplication, and may or may not applicable for division. Similarly, commutative property is satisfied only for addition and multiplication. Associative property also satisfied only addition and multiplication. Commutative and associative both are not applicable for subtraction and division. So they are asking in the second question, prove the subtraction statement only. So we must take any two rational number and solving the closure property and commutative property and associative property. What will you show? The closure property satisfied under addition, under subtraction. The commutative property is not satisfied under subtraction. Associative property is not satisfied under subtraction. For that I am taking two rational numbers. The first one, the closure property. The closure property is A minus B is equal to C. For that I am taking 3 by 5 minus 1 by 5. Subtracting these two rational numbers, we get 2 by 5, which is also a rational numbers. From this we can say that the closure property is satisfied under subtraction. So the next one, commutative property. What is the commutative property? A minus B is equal to B minus A. Substituting these two rational numbers, we get 3 minus 1, 2 by 5. So here the greater sign is plus, that way I put plus 2 by 5 on, but on right hand side we are having the minus 2 by 5, because minus 3 by 5 is greater, that's why I put minus 2 by 5. So the left hand side is equal to not equal to right hand side. So from this we can say that commutative property is not satisfied under subtraction. So the second point is verified. And third one, associative property. For that I am taking what is associative property? A minus B minus C is equal to A minus B minus C. So 4 by 5 minus 1 by 5 minus 2 by 5, that is equal to 4 by 5 minus 1 by 5 minus 2 by 5. Simplifying this we get 1 by 5. This is for the left hand side, 5 by 5 on right hand side. From this we can say that associative property is not satisfied under subtraction. So commutative also not satisfied, associative also not satisfied. Then next fourth one, identity. So identity, what is identity? A number subtracted from any number, subtracted with 0 we get the same number, but 7 by 5 subtracted with 0 we get 7 by 5, that is equal to minus, sorry, this is for left hand side. Similarly we can do on right hand side, we get minus 7 by 5. So here also identity is not satisfied, so we get the identity is not satisfied under subtraction. Then we can easily say that inverse also not satisfy the subtraction. So inverse also not satisfied under subtraction. From this we can verify that the closure, commutative, associative, identity and inverse. The closure property only satisfied under subtractions, others are not satisfied under subtraction. So next one, the third sum. In our family, our parents spends various expenses, like Subbu spends 1/3 of his monthly earnings on rent from his salary. So 2/5 on food and 1/10 on monthly usables. What fractional part of his earning is left with him for other expenses? Subbu, from his salary, he spent 1/3 part on rent. So okay, then he spent 2/5 part on food. Then he spent 1/10 on monthly usual. Usual means others, educationals and etc. etc. So Subbu spends on rent is equal to 1/3, on food is equal to 2/5, and monthly usual is equal to 1/10. So what is the fraction? The fraction is a part of a whole. So we are taking the fractions from whole parts. This is the whole. So we are taking food is equal to 2/5, rent equal to 1/3, and the monthly usual is equal to 1/10. They are asking remaining parts. Find this remaining parts. How can you find it? The remaining fractional part of his earning. The whole parts represent his salary, income. The whole parts represent his salary, income. He spent for food equal to 2/5, on rent equal to 1/3, monthly usual is equal to 1/10. What is the remaining part, fractional part they are asking? So the whole part is income. So you must find 1 minus rent, the sum of the rent, food and monthly usual. So what is the rent? 1/3 plus 2/5 plus 1/10. So the whole part we can subtract it from the whole part. So here the denominators are unlike, so we must find the LCM of 3, 5 and 10. So take LCM of 3, 5, 10, we get 30. So make them in a like denominator. How can you make them? So how will you get 30 from 3? 10 times. How will you get 30 from 5? 6 times. How will you get 30 from 10? 3 times. That's why I multiplying the numerator and denominator by a same number. We get 10 plus 12 plus 3 divided by 30. So 1 minus we get 25 by 30. So here there are numbers. Here 1 is the whole number. 25 by 30 is the rational numbers. So we must make them like denominators. That's why I put 1 in the denominator and take LCM of 1 and 30. We get 30. So make them like denominator. 1 into 30 by 1 into 30 minus 25 by 30. So 30 minus 25. Subtract the numerators with common denominator. We get 5 by 30. It can be reducible by 5. So I get 1 by 6. So the remaining fractional part of his earning is equal to 1 by. So the remaining part is equal to 1 by 6. Okay. The fourth one is in a constituency. In a constituency, that is means the Kumarapalem constituency and Namakkal, Erode, etc. Likewise, 19/20 of the voters had voted for candidates A, whereas 7 by 50 had voted for candidates B. Find the rational number of the voters who had votes for others. This sum also like previous sum. Here we have a total votes. The total votes means 1. Okay. The candidate A get how much? 19 by 25. The candidate B get how much? 7 by 50. Okay. So they are asking the remaining vote for others. So how can we do this? Adding this to A and B and subtracting from the whole number, we get the answer. So that's why I write this 1 minus A plus B. So 1 minus what is A? 19 by 25 plus what is B? 7 by 50. Here denominators are unlike. We should take LCM of 25 and 50. So make them like denominator. Take LCM and make them. Take LCM 50 and make them equivalent denominator. So we get 1 minus 45 by 10. Subtract this. So the denominators are unlike. Again we take LCM 1 and 50. We get the answer. We get the LCM 50. Again make them equivalent rational numbers. We get 50 by 50 minus 45 by 50. So subtracting the numerator, we get 5 by 10. It can be reducible by 5. So we get 1 by 10. The remaining votes for others equal to 1 by 10. That is the answer. To the fifth one, if 3 by 4 of a box of apple weight 3 kg and 225 gram, how much does full box of apples? It means they given. How can we get the fractions? The whole parts divided. How the 3 by 4 means we divide the whole parts into divided into 4 parts. We take 3 parts only. So we fill in these 3 parts, filled the apple. That kilograms equal to 3 kilogram 225 gram. They ask the full box. So here unknown value is full box. That's why let us take a full box be x. Let us take a full box be x. Given, see this statement, 3 by 4 of a box of apple weight is 3 kilogram 225 gram. So it can be write in algebraic expression. 3 by 4 of means into a box. We are taking a box x, that is equal to 3 kilogram 225 grams. So here we have a different unit. We should make them like unit. What is the 3 kilogram? Kilogram into gram. So 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 gram. So 3 kilograms equal to 3 into 1000 gram. Already they are given gram. So we are adding with this. So 3 into 1000, 3000 plus 225 gram. Now see, both are same unit. So now we are adding this to 1. So 3225 gram. Now we compare now. 3 by 4 into x is equal to 3225 gram. When you interchanging the numbers right and left, we get the sign changes. That's why I write them 3 by 4 can be written as 4 by 3 because 3225, when the number 3 by 4 comes on right hand side, it becomes 3 by 4 in division form. So take the reciprocal of 3 by 4, we get 4 by 3. So simplifying the numerator and denominator, we get 3075 into 4 by 1. Now multiplying the numerator, we get 4300 grams. So the weight of full box equal to 4300 grams. In your books they are giving the kilogram and gram. That's why I write. So write in the kilogram 4 hectogram 3 decagram 0 gram 0. From this we can easily say that 4 kilogram 300 gram. The weight of full box is equal to 4 kilogram 300 gram. Mangalam buy a water jug of capacity 4 by liters If she buy another jug which is 2 by 3 times as large as the smaller jug. So how many liter can the larger one hold? So they ask how many liter the larger one hold. Mangalam bought the smaller jug. Its weight is capacity is 3-4 by liters. Okay. The capacity of smaller jug is equal to 3-4 by 5 liters. The larger jug is equal to 2 by 3 times the as large as smaller. So from this we can easily say that the capacity of small jug is equal to 3-4 by 5 liters, and the capacity of another jug is they gave the statement 2 by 3 times as large as the smaller. That means 2 by 3 times means into what is the larger jug? 3-4 by 5. So what is the larger? The capacity of capacity of smaller jug is equal to 3-4 by 5. When you multiplying these two rational numbers, we get the another, that is means large jug capacity. You can find the large jug capacity. So it is in mixed fraction. We must convert them improper fraction. So 2 3s are 6, 6 plus 2 8, 8 by 3 into 3 5s are 15, 15 plus 4 19 by 5. So here now simplify the numerator and denominator. So multiplying the numerator together 152, multiplying the denominator together 15. So it is a improper fraction. We can convert in Q R by D form, that is 2 by 15 liters. So now we can say that the capacity of larger jugs equal to 2 by 15 liters. The capacity of larger jugs equal to 2 by 15 liters. In a recipe making, every 1 by 2 cup of rice requires 3 by 4 cups of water. Express this in this ratio of rice to water. So in a recipe making is Samayal Kuripu. So the capacity of water required for 1 by 2 cup of rice is equal to 3 by 4 cup of waters. They are asking the ratio of rice and water. So what is the capacity of rice? 1 by 2. What is the capacity of water? 3 by 4. It is in mixed fraction. So convert into a improper fractions. 2 ones are 2. 2 plus 1 3 by 2 is 2. 2 fours are 8. 8 plus 3 11 by 4. 3 by 2 is 2. 11 by 4. So 3 by 2 ratio 3 by 2 is to 11 by 4. Ratio means by, nothing but it is divide. So 3 by 2 divided by 11 by 4. What is the rule of 3 by 2 divided by 11 by 4? So 3 by 2 multiply by the reciprocal of the divisor, we get the answer. That's why we find the reciprocal of 11 by 4 is equal to 4 by 11. 3 by 2 multiply by 4 by 11. We get 12 by 22. It can be reducible by 2. So we can write 6 by 11. It is in division form. So the ratio of rice and water, the ratio form is equal to 6 is to 11. 6 is to 11. Ravi multiplied 25 by 8 and 16 by 50 to obtain 400 by 120. He says that the simplest form of the product is 10 by 3. And Chandru says the answer in the simplest form is 3 1 by 3. Who is correct? Are they both correct? Explain. So given the statement is the product of two rational number, the result is 400 by 120. That is the given statement. Ravi says the simplest form of this product is 10 by 3. So now we can verify that. So 400 by 120, we can simplify the numerator and denominator. We get 40 by 12. It can be reducible by 4. So that is make 10 by 3. Ravi said the answer 10 by 3 is correct. So Chandru says the simplest form is 3 1 by 3. So now we can verify that. So when we divide 10 by 3, we get quotient 3, remainder 1, divisor 3. Using this, we can make the 10 by 3 be 10 by 3 can be written as Q R by D form, that is 3 1 by 3. So from this we can easily say that both are correct. So both are Ravi and Chandru both are correct. Let's see the 9th one. A piece of wire is 455 meter long. If it is cut into 8 pieces of equal length, how long will each piece be? They are asking. So the solution, the total length of the wire is equal to 4 by 5 meter long. I divide into 8 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The total length of 8 pieces equal to 4 by 5 meter long. So total length is equal to 4 by 5 meter long. Number of equal parts of pieces equal to 8 pieces. So we can write this length of 8 pieces equal to 4 by 5 meter long. Find the one piece. So 4 by what will you do? Divide. We should divide the two numbers. The 4 by 5 divided by 8, we get the answer. How can we get? Find the reciprocal of 8. We get 1 by 8. 4 by 5 multiply by 1 by 8. We get 4 by 40. It can be reducible, that is 1 by 10 meter. In book answer, we are asking in centimeter. That's why we simplify them. 1 by 10 meter can be converted into a centimeter. So 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter. 1 by 10 meter equal to 100 by 10 centimeter. Simplifying the numerator and denominator, we get 10 centimeter. The length of one piece equal to 10 centimeter. The next one is 10th sum. Find the length of your room whose area is 153 by 10 square meter and whose breadth is 211 by 20 meters. Which is if having the length and breadth, that is rectangle. So rectangle having the measurement length and breadth. Here is area. So the area given, that is 153 by 10 square meter. Breadth is equal to 211 by 20 meter. They are asking the length. So the room is a rectangular shape. So that's why I am taking the formula for rectangle L into B. So given area is equal to 153 by 10 square meter, breadth is equal to 211 by 20 meter. So substituting in the formula, area is equal to L into B. The area is equal to 153 by 10 equal to L into 211 by 20 meter. It's in a mixed fraction, convert into the improper fraction. So now we get 51 by 20. So interchanging the left hand side and right hand side, we should change the sign, that is divide. So find the reciprocal of 51 by 20. We get 20 by 51. So now L is equal to 153 by 10 into 20 by 51. Simplifying the numerator and denominator, 1 times 153 is divided by 51. How many times is divided by 51? 3 times. So 51s are 51, 3 51s are 153. So multiplying the numerators, we get the 6 meter. The length of a rectangular room is equal to 6 meter. So the length is equal to 6 meter. That's all.